Have you ever noticed that you feel like yourself right up until another nervous system enters the room? You're calm, grounded, connected, and then there's a misunderstanding or a tone change in the voice or a look or a difficult conversation begins, and suddenly you don't feel like yourself anymore. Why does that happen? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore in the video today. Why you lose yourself in relationships and how to stop. For years, I measured my own healing by how I felt when I was done, when I was alone, when life was quiet. I felt connected, grounded, clear. I knew what I believed. I knew who I was. And then I'd have a difficult conversation. Someone would misunderstand me. Someone I loved would pull away, or tension would enter the relationship. And then suddenly everything changed. Words disappeared. My body tightened. I couldn't think as clearly. And sometimes I even became defensive. Sometimes I shut down completely. And then afterwards, I always wondered, where did I go? And that question stayed with me for a long time because I knew who I was when life was easy. What I wanted to understand was why I lost access to myself when relationships became difficult. And eventually I realized something. Healing isn't tested when life is calm. Healing is revealed when pressure rises. Not because difficult moments erase your growth, but because they reveal how much of that growth remains available to you. And that's what I now call presence under pressure. Not staying calm, not pretending everything's okay, not suppressing emotions. Presence under pressure is the ability to remain connected to yourself while emotional pressure is happening, to stay connected to your body, your awareness, your values, your voice, even while your nervous system is activated. And here's what surprised me. The goal was never to stop getting activated. The goal was helping more of me remain available when I was activated. And I realized that those are two completely different goals. Looking back over the last several months, that's actually where I've noticed the biggest changes. I still get hurt. I still feel disappointed. I still become activated sometimes, but I don't disappear inside those moments the way I used to. I don't want to go run away. I don't want to I don't need to feel invisible. That's what used to happen to me, but now more of me stays and I recover more quickly. I notice what's happening sooner. I trust myself more. And maybe most importantly, my relationships have changed because of it. Not because the people around me changed, but because more of me remained available. And that's why I believe healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about increasing how much of yourself remains available when life gets difficult. Because I mean, face it, anyone can feel connected during meditation. Anyone can feel embodied when nobody's challenging them. The real question is what happens when another nervous system enters the room? And that's where presence under pressure begins. And in my experience, that's where healing becomes something that you live. In the next video, I'm going to share the framework that organizes everything we've explored in this series, the model that explains how awareness, nervous system capacity, and embodied presence develop together. If today's conversation resonated with you, I've created a free training called Why You Lose Access to Yourself in Relationships. And inside, I go much deeper into why women lose access to themselves when emotional pressure rises and what actually helps them stay connected to themselves while it's happening. You'll also receive a companion workbook to help you recognize your own protection patterns and begin applying what you're learning to your own life. You can access the free training in the link below. And if this video spoke to you, I would genuinely love to hear what resonated. So go ahead and leave me a comment below. And if you're a self-aware woman who's tired of understanding yourself but losing access to yourself when relationships get hard, go ahead and subscribe and join me. We're exploring how to stay connected to yourself in the moments where you would normally lose yourself. So until next time, stay connected to yourself.